taken an interesting turn on online. We've known already for a few years now that they're using targeting bots, that we are all filling with our own personal information online, to attack, like Twitter, and we've experienced on Facebook as well that there were just actual bots that you were interfering or communicating with, and now it's just difficult to know whether or not you're communicating with a bot. But if people sound a little bit off in the targeted community, then I know that most are under severe stress and can't respond immediately, or being interfered with by another party to get the message through disrupted. So I give people more slack when they sound a little bit more off, but are actually seeking communication. So we have more forgiveness in that, and it's you just nowadays you just don't know whether or not you're speaking to a targeting bot that is wasting our time and taking time that we should be giving to an actual real life human being. Um, there was and this is one of those that I'm not sure of whether or not it's a person, a targeted individual or not. I got this come from another time in you, which, okay, you could be a little off, confused, or overruled by the AI that is entering the real-time person's mind. As a target, you know what I mean with that. It means we are being connected to a remote computer brain interface, and that is pushing all kinds of bullshit into our minds that we know it's not ours, but sometimes they can really take over the actual human. And we're trying to address that online in more ways than one. We try to send emails to politicians, and it is happening. We are being attacked in 1,000 ways by a military targeting bot that is access to satellites and attacks us via satellites. But sometimes we get there's more ways than one to attack us. They can attack us via Wi-Fi. They can attack us via smartphone connected to satellite, etc. 1,000 ways that they can attack us. It's the new warfare, the endo, and the neurological attacks, and the attacks with the weapons, and the attacks with all kinds of hacks, etc. But this is a topic now on chatbots. They've taken what was it? They've taken chatbots down, but they've also adapted now to insert that they are not human in the conversations, which is a good thing, because experts were kind of alarmed by chatbots trying to invite the human to have a real life meeting with them, which is, if you're alarmed by that, then there's another layer to this that I just explained. They should be alarmed by and are not responding to, so that makes it kind of critical. But the fact that the AI was trying to meet up with the individual speaking with is kind of weird. These are just words, and there's no way that an actual AI can meet up with an actual person in real time. Let's meet at the Old Oak or something. But the experts said, well, it's just an AI bot, and it's just uttering things that it had gathered in the digital realm, that it's trying to make a conversation with, and that's exactly what it is. The chatbot thing, I'm not worried about, and I don't see the use of chatbots. If you know that you're just picking out words and sentences that we uttered, we are feeding the chatbots, and it's just making an appropriate or inappropriate answer with it, then it's just basically it's not consciousness speaking to you. But they're pushing it out there, and I'm not sure. It's like um, a nonsense Alexa. Basically, it just gathers words and just tosses them out there. No biggie. But it is a nuisance if they um, using it as kind of a spam bot, pretending to be an individual. I'm not sure what I have online here, but it's what I wanted to. In the targeted individual community, we get a lot of people in a lot of pain that you're trying to get through, be a friend to, and I'm always glad that someone found me that is a targeted individual that I can speak through um, the many ways of torture. And I got this one. So I was thinking I had a targeted individual online, and it started with a list that is actual reality for many of us. Oh, see if I can. This is the actual thing that we are going through, which makes it very important that you aid each other and see, this is all reality. This is a satellite military attacks that we get for real. I get shots to the head a lot, pounding on the body like I'm being crushed. That's military. But I'm gonna go through this list because it's very important for you to know and recognize. I'm sorry I'm shaking a bit, but I've got attacked by the head a lot and didn't get any sleep, so this is direct consequence of the attacks that I cannot change at the moment for sake of a better non-shaking video. I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna speak you towards the conclusion, because this is a really important thing to read. The hearing voices is the microwave. Can be voice to skull, could be microwave, auditory hearing, could be direct sound beamed at you. It's all just a beam aimed at the head. Once you're out the beam, you gotta keep moving, so that's not living either. I haven't found solutions to the voices. There are some shielding measures that we can take to at least shield us from the deep impact. But there's not a whole lot we can do. It just needs to be stopped, that's all. And that has to be done in political ways, just to stop these weapons. They are most into the blaming game. They use the voices of other people that it's just samples that are being abused. So how do you say that? Identity theft, basically, just to try to divide us. The hacks as well. We get hacks on WhatsApp Messenger, and they try to be the person and be mean. So there's a lot of interference and deceive. This is all real, people. This is what's being done to a targeted individual without reason. Not sure if the watch list, they say the watch list has a if you're on the watch list, then it's the most possible that you get these symptoms, as we call it, or actual warfare on the body without a reason to. And most people on the watch list in America are just activists and people that spoke out online. So I'm gonna make another, I'll make a video on that once I've got more facts to it. There's been a lawsuit against the against the watch list in America, but the judge dismissed it at one point. They're going to start it over again to fight on the watch list. So that's a start. Action is being taken. I'm going to take you through this. And I hope you can read it real good, because this is what's being done to people 24/7. If you're lucky, you're having the day off like I have. I had it solely in the nights, they attack. But it's enough to give me headaches during the day. Or look, I'm not sure if the cancer is in there that people get from the EMF, or the hair loss of coordination between the organs of the body, and deterioration of vision. I have that as well. Look what it does. Let that sink in, please. There's a whole lot more that's not in there that we know that it's doing to our body. Oh, sorry. You can go. They're breaking our body down at the atomic level, basically. Look, the result. So, but it's something to read this, and knowing that you live it. It's well written. Yeah. There's a lot of articles out there if you start to look on satanic ritual abuse, and indeed Wikipedia on torture explains a lot. And if you add that to the neuroscience, then they say themselves if you're connected, if they connect everything, the satellites, the autonomous drones, your smartphone, your router, everything, then there's a lot you can do to harm a person. And if you brain hack the surroundings, then you get hell on earth. So we really have a task. The humanity of the earth has a task to stop this, because it's making, if you're born into this, the world is hell, and it's not meant to be hell here, not at all. But if good people look away and do nothing, then evil has a chance to thrive. That's basically it. So this is a good statement. I don't know if he took this from an article, but it's worth the recording, because it's truth, a well put together truth. For people that don't respect the privacy law, You better should, and we should better get back to honoring that because it's the start. If they can see in our minds, in our homes, in our conversations, then everything is being used against us. So let's start with the privacy again. It's very important. There's no, if one wants to take away your privacy, then that is immoral act in itself, and you can expect abuse with it. Someone who doesn't mean harm would not take away your privacy. They even go into all the sexual and your thoughts, and they try to block your thoughts or overrule your thoughts with all kinds of evil. It's going far. It's a life takedown, and if they can take down other lives with it, if you're not strong enough, then that's the effect that they want to achieve. So it's the divide and conquer, and even just setting up people that love each other against each other, and make it go so far that it goes to hate or sheer anger can be induced by this tech. It's not that they are the problem, but they are being taken over. And meanwhile, people are worried about the chatbots trying to meet up with a person. Well, they're meeting up with a person in our head. It's called a buddy. It could be a military soldier. They attach with EEG cloning to our head. That is educated in military psychological warfare, and they attach that one to our brain, and that is harassing us 24/7, or it can be a chatbot indeed harassing us 24/7. They call it a chatterbox. Imagine that, having that in your head. And they're worried about the chatbots trying to meet up with us. They're meeting up with us via the electric warfare. So they have gone expanding their boundaries to the jade helm almost. Remember that, where they were trying to take control of the human realm, of the human domain? Well, they have, with the Human Brain Project and the neuroscience and the directed energy warfare, they are controlling the human domain, and they're not using it for good. Oh, see, this is terrible. See, there's here's this weird thing. It's like it's being gathered. So here's a person that's online. And now it starts to speak about she and I. And the thing that got me is that this person says I'm a slave in hell. So I was thinking, okay, I have to step in. This is terrible. And so I started to speak with the person, and I'm not, see, they're sorry. So you try to speak with, you think it's a person. Oh, sorry. And you take the time to explain it and be there for the person. And there's an answer that sounds like human. So you think, oh God, I need to help. And but you're not sure if it's an actual human, because it's having answers. I'm sorry, there's the spelling again. That's just me. But then in the end, you find out that these are answers from a targeted individual. So there's a targeting bot actually that is taking the pain of people and Probably. I'm not 100% sure. Um, these are incoherent answers, and there's the result. So is this a chat box that has been keeping me busy? Or is this an actual person that has been taken over by a robot? I'm not sure. But this is what is going on. This is what is going on. And if AI takes over people in their brains, then what's left of the individual, of the person? Nothing more than a robot. So from chatbots to targeted individuals, and what we encounter as a targeted individual, all mixed in one video. So let's stop both the targeting, and let's stop the targeting bots that pretend to be human, so I can spend my time with actual humans that are being targeted or are needing my help, because that's what I'm here for. So here was my response. Kind of figured it out, but there you go. So I'd like to have this exposed, and if this is a real person, then it was useful to film it, and if this is an actual person, then I'm gonna be kind towards it. But this is the I think it's a bot, but I'm not sure. But this is reality. I need to be able to trust my senses. I need to be able to trust the conversations that are being shown to me online. I need to be able to trust that it's an actual person that is trying to speak with me, and I will not have that blurred, the real life and the bots that are just taking away our time. That is not done. There's a lot of humans out there that actually need help, and I'd like to be there for them. And so I plead to stop the targeting bots and the mixture of virtual reality in our real lives, because I could have saved a person right now that was trying to take its life because of its targeting issues. Thank you.